I guess I'll intro because I'm in the top left.
Yeah.
We are doing Modern Playbook tonight, special edition. The not here to talk about the election Modern Playbook version. So, Dino,
will that help our algorithm?
It might. I mean, if you put hashtag F the election or something along that line,
maybe,
or pound all hail Megatron 2020.
Yeah. I don't know. We got some people already in the chat. We're loving it. You want to go roll call, or we just rolling things? People know who we are.
Yeah. I write an article that nobody reads for comicbookinvest.com. It comes out Saturdays. I'd appreciate it if you watch me on YouTube. If you would be like, I really like this article, even if you don't read it. My name's Nico.
Hello, Mighty No V from East Drunken Chat, son. I'm just here to enjoy my wife. Let me come out and play, so I'm here.
1,000 subscribers club. What's up?
Yeah, we lay it down, boys. Salud.
I'm Ultra Maximus from the Raw Report, reporting to you live tonight from the United States of Venezuela. I mean, yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah. I'm Steve from My Bargain Comics. I've got 21 subscribers, so only 979 more to go. And I think this may have been all my fault because I texted George earlier. I'm like, I think people need a distraction tonight. You know, so yeah.
You know what's funny? The 1,000 sub groups now. It just opens you up to more. You got to spend more time on YouTube now because you have super chats and all this crazy shit. So it's cool to get 1,000 subs, but it's like, oh, well, your YouTube time just goes all the way up because now you got to look and get,
I don't even know what fucking super. Can we curse it?
You can really do whatever you want. We're no rules kind of lifestyle.
It's a free country, man. At least it was last time I remember.
Here we go. Nah, I don't know what none of this super stuff. Lucas got me doing all this bonus.
We'll do it, dude. I'll show you after this, man. I'll run you through it. It ain't hard.
Yeah. So Mel, I sent you the info today. I'm trying to win the drunken box.
Oh, I'm gonna do it too. If you're in it, fuck, I'm getting in it, dude.
I want if it's okay with you guys, I want to show the people some of the books that's going to be in the drunken box. So we'll do that
before you show it. Let's talk about how you get on the drunken box. Let's talk about that.
Okay, you get in it with integrity. That's all it takes.
That's it. All you gotta do is shoot us an email at drunkenbox2020@gmail.com. Please make sure you're a subscriber to the channel also, because I will be double checking shit. Because it wouldn't be fair if you're not subscribed to the channel and you win the drunken box. It just wouldn't be fair.
Is it going to be a Christmas present or like a New Year's Eve present, or how are we going to do this? I'm excited.
We're trying to get this box out. I want to do the
Thanksgiving.
I want to do the roll.
It's poetic, dude. It would be poetic on Thanksgiving.
Exactly. I didn't think about that, but I like
and theoretically, you could have them on for a Christmas episode to talk about what Santa brought them.
There you go. And then, but again, the reason why I did the box is we're going through tough times in the country. People, a lot of people don't have jobs anymore. You know what I mean? A lot of people, like, if you decide to choose to sell the books, I wouldn't be upset. If you could put food on the table, some gifts for your children, by selling the contents of the drunken box, and by all means, man, you know what I mean?
Hey,
by all means.
All I know is I just did it, and if I win, I'm going to finish up the infinity pool in the La Casa.
I feel like you guys missed when you called it's Drunken Chat, son. You should call it like the Goodwill Towards Comic Book Men or something YouTube channel, because if you're not watching these guys, that's really what it's all about. It's an amazing time. I often am slumbering when they're live and watch the replay, which lets me sort of fast forward through the giveaways, which are substantial to say the least. But tragically, I'm getting another motherfucking COVID test. So if, God forbid, I am quarantined, I will make sure to screw up my sleeping habits with my illness and then crawl on this Friday. So that'll be fun for me.
Excellent.
All I know is
lose a
It's
lung.
good to have goals. It's
You
good to
gotta
have
I
goals.
don't lose the lung.
dude, you gotta stop swiping right on Tinder, man. I told you.
Nico World, baby.
Yeah.
Heidi, if Heidi's listening, Heidi, hey, come join us on the YouTube. We come join everybody else. You're doing
So being I'm new to this 1,000 subscribers. Do I need a Facebook? Because I don't want to get one.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, I guess analytically, I wouldn't. I mean, it's just reaching to more people, but I don't. We just use the Facebook so we can branch out to other things. I mean, it's just if people aren't on YouTube and they don't want YouTube subscriptions and stuff like that, they can go to Facebook.
Yeah, most people on Facebook have 3 profiles or more anyway. So
Hey,
it's kind of
don't
cool.
talk about my profiles. I got burners accounts, bro.
Oh my God.
Don't get zucked.
So what is a super chat anyway?
So a super chat. Okay, so super chat. What super chat does in YouTube, it allows people like in our YouTube could actually donate to the channel, and what that does is
people don't do that, but like it's funny. The contributors to the channel will donate money to the channel for shits and giggles. Like Stein, I think, is the #1 contributor to the Flipside YouTube. Yeah, he'll just throw like a Finsky at people every once in a while, which is very kind and decent of him. But
so what that does is it just brings you income, and theoretically you could use it for anything you want. You could pay off your house if you want to, or you could like give away more books. You could buy stuff like I don't know. You could buy like new stuff, new microphones, new stuff for people.
That's yeah. We definitely want to get that.
So you got to
get that going.
Yeah, so you got to sign up. You got to use a Google AdSense account, which isn't hard. Yeah. You just set a dollar value. So like ours is like $100. We get a check after $100 of super chat money or ad money or whatever. And then
be right back, guys.
Yeah, and then basically what happens is after that, it just goes to your bank account and that's it. So,
okay.
Again, I don't know. Now I don't know. Don't quote me on this. I don't know the 1099 structure and all that crap.
I don't think we'll get a lot of money.
All right.
Let's always get a lot of money just to put back into the channel. We've given away over about $4,000 worth of free books.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's not including the drunken box.
Yeah, and I mean, and the thing too is like a lot of successful people like Dr. Disrespect. I mean, he gets like super chats all the time. It's crazy. Like he gets thousands upon tens of thousands of dollars a day on super chat. I mean, that's when you have like 60,000 people watching you, but still.
I wouldn't. Well, if I don't even tell me that no shit like that, cause
I mean it's crazy, man. You never know.
So acting fool, what?
But okay, boys, what do you want to show the books? Let's jump into that since Nico's done around. Cause
okay, we can do that. So there is the box is about the size of a standard diamond box. So this is what I'm using to put in. Like as I get books, as I find books, I throw them in there. For those who don't follow me on Instagram, it's It's Drunken Chat Son. I posted the books that are some of the slabs because there's one slab that I'm not showing anybody yet, and this is the secret surprise slab, which was once well over $1,000 book at one time.
Are you gonna make hats and shirts, man?
I got shirts. I got shirts. I just spoke with the screen. So I've sold 5 fuckery and foot shirts. I know people are still waiting on them. I'm waiting for the screen press that they should be in hand by Friday, so I'll be shipping those out on Monday. And we're working on the Instructor Chancellor t-shirt. I don't know about hats. So, but slowly but surely wins the race. So cool. we give away. You said take off the plastic, right?
Yeah.
The Rebic Thor 5.
Sweet.
Again, at the time when I was trying to give it away, it was a $700 book, and now it is a $300 book, give or take. Still, you can sell it. They're still being bought at $300. I think Black Window's going to come back strong, and once again, that book will probably, hopefully, go up in value. Second slab, Captain Star is going to be hot. Star is hot right now. This third print red is hot right now. 9.8 in the building. This is going for about 300 last time I checked. Could be more, could be less. Let's just call it 300.
So all of these are going to go to one person?
One person, one box.
Wow.
One box, one winner. One box, one winner.
And it's not going to be me because I'm disbarred from the box because I attend the show.
Oh, well,
That sucks.
I should probably disbar myself then.
God
Well,
dang it.
Nick Hart sent me a thing. All right. Nick Hart didn't start. Well, yeah, Ultra, you should be in it. I don't know. That might be a gray area, but
It's a conflict of interest for people to be involved in a giveaway that they are part of.
Well,
And I realize that. Yeah, he's giving away big shit.
Hey, add Steve Warren to the long list of contributors that are tossing out cash. Money in the bank.
Wait a minute. Wonder Twin powers activate. Right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Hey,
So-
tell me about that book. That's sweet.
Contest Champions 5 variant. I've always liked this book back in the Press with Defect Day. I spoke about this book because it's two of the hottest female characters.
And at that time, at the time, they were real super hot. I remember you guys mentioning that book and that book having a little bit of heat for a while afterward.
So who is it? It's Kamala and who?
Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And
Yeah.
she's just flicking her.
Yeah, like
Oh, okay. I remember that cover.
Right,
now.
right,
Yeah,
right.
I don't have that book.
get the fuck out the way. It's my time to shine now. You had your time. Now it's my
So,
time. Goddamn.
you guys like Contest of Champions, don't you? Well,
The game.
do you want to hear some ultra head spec?
Okay.
This is some theories that I have about
Okay,
why.
everybody's got their pens and paper.
No. I'm just saying the things that I've been noticing. There's been a lot of hype of Battle World. You guys following all that? You've seen a lot. Battle World showing up in a lot of places. Well, we did just annex an entire video game universe into the Marvel universe, and that video game universe is known as Fortnite. What I foresee is the Contest of Champions and Battle World being placed into the Fortnite universe, and them having the ability to draw from that Fortnite universe and the Battle World and kind of give us a little bit of a Contest of Champions again. And Contest of Champions in this format is something I know that they've been doing a lot with video games on. So wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing Fortnite characters showing up in Contest of Champions. And if that does actually happen, then I think the world that Fortnite takes place on is actually Battle World.
Now, would you think, I guess would the Fortnite integration into Marvel, would you think that the later printings, like the ones that once everybody gets tired of it, do you think those would be more rare, I guess? I mean, I don't know.
Okay. Well, if you guys watch me on the Raw Report, you know that podcast that nobody watches, according to Nico.
No. I said only the insiders watch it.
So
Like me.
there's a little episode I did on one of my pickups that talks about Fantastic Four number 24, the first appearance of the Nexus War. You know, the digital comic that they did for Fortnite. The first time they printed it was actually in that Fantastic Four. So everybody's like, you know, a lot of conjecture of, oh, what's the first appearance of the Fortnite universe in Marvel? And everybody's like, oh, it's Wolverine number 5, where he gets like transplanted into someplace by Lady Sif, because Lady Sif goes around and basically gathers up all the heroes the same way that the Collector would and the Grandmaster would do for Contest of Champions. Basically, oh, there's Venom, take him, and then here's the Punisher from the UK, take him, and you guys fight each other now. And you know that's basically how it was. So I see them kind of with this annexation of that universe, giving them the ability to kind of do this, and basically like they have a separate universe with a world that people fight on, and it doesn't necessarily, you know, mess with any Marvel continuity without really, you know, affecting a whole bunch.
One of the new characters in the Fortnite skins is Ghost Rider. They've been adding characters left and right, so I think you're onto something there, brother.
Can I ask you a question about this? The Jason Mask Pink Bunny character from Fortnite?
No, I didn't call my name.
Nobody. God, we're fucking old.
I mean,
I know this because I saw that my friends' children were dressed like that for Halloween. Add me to the list of old people. Jesus Christ, we need younger people on the podcast so that we can get views and hit the right demographic. But anyway,
hey, that's lit, man. That's lit.
Yeah, that's lit.
stop trying to make fetch happen, all right?
Ultra, let me throw
This
this
is
at
Little
you.
Pimp. This is Little Pump. Anyway,
Ultra.
that one got Ultra. But
Ultra.
is that character on any of these on any of the comic book covers?
They only had the Black Widow one, which was the black and white version. Then Fantastic Four 24. That's the first color variant.
I don't think you know the answer to my question, or I'm so dumb I can't even understand your answer.
There's been four other covers since then that have a whole bunch of Fortnite characters on it.
But do they have that guy's on it, girl? Thing?
Check the Venom, because that's the one where all the Fortnite characters are coming after the stuffed looks like a stuffed pinata, like a rainbow pinata. You're gonna have to go through the Fortnite video.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. All
right. So guess what? So basically, what you're saying is, if you're up on Friday night and I have time, I'm gonna put together a couple of slides on the Fortnite variants.
Nice.
So this way, Nico can understand.
I appreciate that.
Which covers he needs to go and buy.
Is it okay if we just, from now on, as a matter of principle, refer to that character as Little Pimp, regardless of what that character's name is, in honor of the election?
Sure.
All right, that'll be our thing.
All right.
Ultra. Who was the first
kids
Marvel
won't get that
character
joke.
integrated into Fortnite?
Was it Thor?
Ooh.
I don't know. It wasn't.
It was Thanos. I remember that.
Okay.
It was
'Cause I was
Thanos
hoping
in Infinity War.
I was hoping you'd answer with a Donny Cates character, because what if this Fortnite universe is part of crossover?
Now that's interesting,
right?
Huh?
Because have you read Crossover yet?
Yeah.
Did it come out already?
I left it on the shelf today.
Yeah, it came out today.
Yeah, I read it, but I put it back on the shelf. So that's
wasn't it
Really?
rumors of some world in Thor number 3 or 4 was supposed to be that Fortnite world?
Okay, so you want the full spec breakdown again? It's the first appearance of the tear to that nexus of that universe.
Remember that.
Wolverine number 5 is the first time somebody's brought there by Lady Sif, and it's one panel. And then the next one is when I think it's Fantastic Four 24. Yeah, in the Nexus War itself.
Okay.
So, and again, that's a backup story. It appears in all the printings.
This is like the first time I'm really on the playbook, and now I know why Nico does the playbook, because you
guys say inform you on everything. It's fucking great.
He gets like free issue advice from all these people. Hey, Nico, check this.
The chat tells me stuff. The guys on the panel tell me things. I write them down. I look them up, screenshot them. Then, because I'm not real, what's what I'm looking for, smart, when I go out to the dollar bins and the back issue bins, I'm like, ooh, I remember that. I screenshotted that, and I'll pay $1 for it.
And then he
crops it for $1.
Then he crops it, puts it on
Instagram.
He puts it on an IG page, and then it's poorly photoed, and yeah.
Well, you're a lot better than me,
attacked.
because I don't wait for dollar bins. I just pay eBay prices and say, fuck it. When it comes to my house, when I'm sold,
the problem is when I try to pay eBay prices, they just cancel my sales.
So that might be our fault.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Did I miss the whole drunken box?
Oh no, I can keep
No, we're going through them. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see more.
All right, so these are just some of the raws that will be going into the drunken box. Again, these are books that I think have potential in the future. Maybe they don't, but who cares? They're free. So we got this.
Good point.
I love the She-Hulk cover.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, nobody cares, but it's awesome.
Yeah, she's put together a copy of She-Hulk 1. I think this has legs, but again,
I wonder if there's a newsstand to that.
Nope.
I don't know.
Legacy. It's post newsstand.
Oh, is that Legacy? Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And again, shout out to James Hake. Rise with Cake.
He's a stud, dude.
He is a stud.
Can we just talk about how much I desperately would like him to join us on the Modern Playbook? And
he might join us on Friday.
Fantastic, dude. People need to support Source Point Press. Or I'm sorry, Scout Comics.
Yeah.
Yes.
People be on your show.
Scout, yeah, that'll be the end of me. Scout Comics. I know books. I know he does them all, and I like the Skeletor Darth Vader thing. It's like the coolest comic ever.
Yeah, Phantom Starkiller. Yeah,
is legit like the best character design since Carnage, maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, just because of him, I mean, they put out quality books and they're cool and they're great reads. Sick, ultra.
Just picked this up today.
Nice. But I just wish people would support Scout just because James is the hardest working man in show business and he keeps getting movie deals and he's smart and he's like a comics guy. You know what I mean?
But you know, he's a comic with guts kind of comic guy. He really is all about the story. He's kind of reminiscent of old Valiant.
I like Solar Flare. I think that book was an exceptional read. I think he wrote that one.
He did. And you know what? The first time I met Hake is actually when he was doing a signing for Solar Flare at the local comic shop when I worked at it here in Florida. So I haven't actually, that was 2015, man. And that's when he was selling his own copies of Solar Flare. And I should have bought that glow in the dark one from him that night.
Any of you guys got his mailing address?
Scout Comics.
Just send it to Scout Comics? I
Yes.
feel like that's weird.
No, he's the head honcho down there. So yeah.
I know, but wouldn't that be weird?
No.
If you look back at that book, he drew the characters thinking in advance who he wants to play them. Like there's a character looks like Eminem in there.
Nice.
Looks like Jamie Lee Curtis. Like it's very dope concept. Very dope concept. I might put the Solar Flare in there. We got a Furiosa. People are looking for this book. I have a ton of them, so I'm gonna throw it in there.
Yeah. It was dead spec until what, a month ago, right? And then now fire again.
Like those are books I should have put up on eBay. They were like in my eBay box, but I'm just fucking lazy.
Wait, are those hot? Those are really hot again?
They're like $20 now.
Yeah.
Return to the dead spec box.
Ultra knows about this one. This was up for a minute. But yeah. It's
you know, that book, and here's one of the reasons why I really did that one spec matrix. That book graded would sell for $100 all day long. And there are people who would pick them up for cover price, drop them in CGC, came back 9.8 would sell for $100+. So it was like one of the easiest slabs to grade and move.
Yeah. I mean, it still has legs. It's so hard to find Invincible #1. You get this one for free, the Larry's Comics version. I think it's going for about $70-$80 right now.
Dude, did that book take off? Holy shit. It was basically free for like 15, 20 years because people hated Larry so bad. And now, lights out. You're going to pay $50.
I sold a 9.8 for like $300 just recently.
Strong.
I mean, apparently,
Larry.
Apparently, this book is hot right now.
Yep.
And you know what? Actually, I sold a My Little Pony Larry's variant for like $35.
Nice. Comic Book News indicated that Far Sector, that character is going to be the matriarch of the HBO series, which was contrary to the Hollywood Reporter and Deadline articles. Not sure, which one's on point or if they're both kind of right.
Now, we did have somebody else in our circles of discussing that one and said that it's a 100% new character altogether. I don't know if that was in the Deadline article, but they're saying it was supposedly 100% new. And I said, why would they do that when they have, a plethora of other lanterns they can obviously pull from? So we'll see.
I don't know. I like that book though. I grab them every time I see them.
See what else we got here.
I think she's got potential. Dude, I love that book. I don't have any of those, and I'm gonna have to just break down and buy one for like $50.
I will see you when I have a box full of these joints.
Well, you know that the limb variant is still hot, man. I mean,
it's a nightmare.
That parade sold for $405 raw.
That's one of those. That's one of those books where I'm like, I'll get it when it comes down. and
it never came down. Yeah, you and me both, brother.
Since this is election day with Department of Truth 2, if you haven't read it, you won't get the joke.
You hungry?
Miles Morales, second print, little sister.
I like that book.
This, I think it's a long-term play.
Yeah, a great book.
I still buy the Black Hammer #1s and the Skulldugger #1s.
Keep it up.
Lemire is just such a stud, and that deal that he inked was a big deal. I mean, it wasn't for like a one-off. It was like, hi, you can have all of my characters and do something serious with them. So I think it's got a lot of potential upside, and it's a cheap buy-in.
And the last one I'm going to reveal that I got about 6, 7, 8 more books in there, but I'm not going to reveal them all tonight. I want them to be surprised when they open up the box. We got this Venom First Host. This is actually a donation, and I fucked up because I don't remember the person who donated his name, but I will have that name on Friday. That's just some of the books, and then I'm also going to throw in another surprise book in there. It's going to be
and then how are you shipping you're sending a gift card from Dinesh for like booze, right?
Yeah, I got to get in touch with Dinesh. Also,
how sick is that?
Very well. Hopefully, that the person who wins the box is of age. So
well, yeah. I mean, I'm not a drinker, so if I win it, I'll gift it. I promise.
Me too.
And then also, at one time, it was going to be $100 gift card to Midtown. That was when I was balling out of control. I lost control of the ball, so it might be like $50 gift card. But anyway, it would be a gift card to Midtown in that box as well.
Oh shit! Good stuff, Mo.
It's probably going to be a T-shirt in there. I might get drunk and throw another slab in there. Who knows? It's got a lot of time before the box ships out. But again, we want to get this. We want to do the drawing, not this Friday, but we're looking to do it next Friday because the box. I want to see what the box looks like and then how how everything will fit. You know, Bolo got some exclusives for the box. Yes, I do. Bolo, please holler at me. He got some exclusives for the box. You see this?
Man, you're gonna need a bigger box.
That's what they said. That's what Roy Schneider said about Jaws.
It's a drunken treasure chest.
Yeah, something like that. But I love. And shout out to Emiliano for fucking putting the box together. His design on the box is just insane. Man, this is the box. The end of boxes. You try to beat this box. You gotta come up with some shit.
Yeah. For all the talk of community and all the comics, I tell you, people shine when push comes to shove. They really do. Good stuff, buddy.
Thank you. And it's all for the community. I couldn't done it with it's a million of people I want to thank. I want to thank the Flipside for helping us out. I definitely want to thank Bolo for reigniting that fire in me because when we did that New York show with Warner, and that just brought me back. Like, damn, I want to do this again because it was a time where I didn't want to do this shit anymore. So,
good stuff, buddy.
Superman.
Yeah. So who's going next? I know Steve's got something in the can because I've been trying to get him to do it for a hot minute now.
Yeah, I'll go next. So I had a CGC shipment come back about a week or two ago.
Here we go.
Oh
shit!
Wow.
Now, for the uninitiated, will you tell people what that is?
So this is a homage to John Byrne's sensational She-Hulk #1. Right, she was going to come. That was the green, Jennifer Walters She-Hulk, and she was going to
tear up all your X-Men.
Yeah, tear up all your X-Men. Thank you. And this cover says, let's see. Okay, kids, buy this book or I'm going to delete your pirated comics. So apparently back in 2012, when this was created, pirated comics were a big concern. I really haven't heard too much about that lately.
No, it's just a jailbroken Amazon account with unlimited comicsology. No big deal.
This is a
Ultra doesn't know, but a guy he knows.
Yeah, so this is first Kamala Khan, second print, 9.8. I also got a 9.6 back.
Sick, dude.
Don't you hate when you oversell those books and you have to ship out your last 2 copies to a fellow person?
I don't know.
Yeah, that happened to me. Happened to me years ago. I don't know. Was it you that got the books?
That's a tough 9.8.
No,
yeah, I had a 9.8 candidate too, and that's why I feel really bad about now. But
this came from Five Below, the legendary Five Below packs. Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
That second print's big money these days, man. It had an unbelievable rise in value.
Yeah.
Dude, I went to Five Below a couple weeks ago.
I've sold a bunch over the years, so I think I put this up. I mean, these are all currently for sale on eBay, and I think I put it up for like $3,000. So, which isn't even. I think there's maybe 3 copies listed right now. So bunch of which one is
Nice.
this? This is the 9, right? The 9 second printing reread.
Yeah, which is relatively inexpensive. I'm kind of shocked at some of the price tags on some of these books.
Are they?
And I forget which one the market is favoring right now. I forget if it's this one, which is the number 7 third printing.
It was, but if you see the prices for, I think a 960 for $50 of the third.
Yeah.
No shit.
The Women of Power still takes that one because it was a percentile qualifier and extremely underordered.
Yeah.
People want that one though because she appears on the cover in the circle.
Are these books for sale? Or
they're all on my Bargain Comics eBay. Yep.
Nice.
Spaghetti.
This was the only real disappointment in the bunch. So I did a 9.6 pre-screen. This is the only one I'm bummed about. So this is if this were the second print, it would be okay. But it's the first print of Spider-Gwen.
Nobody runs the gauntlet, kid.
I've seen it happen.
Right. Exactly.
I've seen it happen.
Who? How many books?
Big Leg.
How many
50,
books? 50 books, all 9.8?
Yep.
That's a myth.
I think he did. Yeah.
But I'm really happy with this one.
Oh, dude, I love that book.
This is a modern, this is iconic, right?
Yeah, and I don't have one. What the hell is that?
It's Secret Wars number 9, Sarah Pichelli variant. And Peter is telling Miles, you're going to do great, kid.
Yep. So what that is, that's the swipe from when Uncle Ben was putting his arm around dead Peter, saying "You did great, kid."
Right.
For the death of Ultimate
number
Peter.
It was.
It was number 9.
Was that a store variant? What's the deal with it?
That's a 1 in 25.
1 in 25. Okay.
Yeah,
it didn't explode yet in price, right?
Well, it should because Miles didn't join the Marvel Universe in that book. He joined it in the end of Ultimate End number 5.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily like it for that. It's just a cover buy.
But that's why people are really onto it though, because they're trying to say that it's the first 616 Miles, which is inaccurate. Yeah.
I just think it's a cool cover.
Right. Yeah. I don't like the story stuff's for me. That shit doesn't have any value.
Yeah.
I'm with Stein on that. I'm like, oh, it's the first appearance of continuity. That's cool for me. But nobody else gives a shit about this. Like Ultra cares, right? Like we care, but not the people that are spending money.
Now, if you go to mybargaincomics.com, I have a whole article about DC promo comics.
Yeah, boy.
King James featuring LeBron James, the foil
I've
version.
Never seen one of those.
Impossible to find.
Wow.
So is that like the precursor for Space Jam 2?
Yes.
I wish it was, but I don't think so. No, this was a Powerade. Yeah, Powerade promotion. Where's the Powerade?
Because for a second there, didn't it look like the Toon guys from Space Jam?
Yeah.
Okay. So
there's like about 9 different covers of this one, including a Jock cover.
Really?
Yeah, and they don't sell for a ton of money, right? They're just impossible to find.
Right, exactly. And I wish I had. I got to find it, but I also have. Wasn't even sure if the Josh Middleton variant of King James existed, but I got it. But now I got to find it.
Because you identified the one that I had that was a pain in the ass, the military one.
Yeah, the military one. I've got it. I bought about 10 copies of that off some guy because I'm like, I got to have them, but those LeBron James DC promo comics for for Powerade.
Did you ever finish the story that when I was in the first Modern Playbook with you, that you went to the crack house? No, you got those great books out of there. Did you ever go back?
Who, me?
That was Nico.
That was Nico. Oh, that was. So did you have like an amazing story, like somebody just?
He just got 3 books.
But it was like a crazy story, no?
Right. My crazy story was the free books.
Well, okay. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Nico was the one who fucking put.
I went to the murder house.
Yeah.
Right.
But I didn't get murdered.
But that's all I have to show tonight.
Good stuff, buddy.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll be right back.
All right, Mr. Ultra Maximus, will you bless us with some goodness?
The drawer of truth. What's
I
going
mean, it's stuff that I like. Doesn't mean it's good, right?
Well,
Oh,
it's all debatable.
Too late. Here we go. The goodness comes.
let me see here. I know I've talked about these before, but I don't know if I've talked about them on air with you guys here. The percentile qualifiers for Champions 1 and 2. These are some of my favorite books.
Nice.
So that's the Mark Brooks on what would be Your Right.
This is the Mark Brooks, correct? And then the Divided We Stand variant for number 2.
Which is an homage to Avengers number.
It's the one where it's fighting two sides of Avengers. I can't remember.
Yeah, which is
So,
sweet.
tell me about this
B.
champion.
McClay in his house.
What's up, McClay?
So I see all this. I see all the champions talk in our circles of conversations.
Uh-huh.
What's the deal, man? Like, is champions coming to the screen? Is it like? I mean, everybody's just gunning on champions for some reason.
Everybody's hot. Yeah. Everybody's hot for the next young team that's going to be the hit with the kids.
Angsty, like the angsty teen kind of superhero.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a new Warriors currently in here.
Like Little Pimp.
Respectable, so
yes.
So they need to have a team that takes that place with that. But that Champions variant for number 1. So seriously, they did a whole month of Champions variants. The one on Champions number 1 is the best one, and then this is my runner-up. The happy second place, Uncanny Avengers Champions variant. Just arrived today. I ordered the 1 in 10 corner box variant, and they sent me the 1 in 25. So I don't know if I should actually complain about that, because I paid 1 in 10 pricing for that. As I showed earlier, I just picked this up. This was actually the last copy at my LCS. So I'm looking forward to reading that one. And from what I'm hearing, Scout Comics is going to go with that thick cardstock cover going forward on a lot of their books, or if not all of them, which should make things interesting. Let's see here. I know I got some stacks of books around me. Did you guys also see in my pickups how I scored more of these Legacy second printings?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic Four number 1 swipe on Monsters.
Oh, dude, nice.
Yeah, so I ordered some books from a store back in August, and they didn't arrive until yesterday. Yeah, so
and is that the first Kid Kaiju?
Not the first Kid Kaiju. The first Kid Kaiju is actually Totally Awesome Hulk number 3.
Okay.
And then his first full, or whatever they want to call it, is going to be a Monsters Unleashed number 1. But there is supposedly there's a lot of good things that actually go on in this book. I think it's pretty cool. I got this one sent to me for free by a fan of Drunken Chat. Shout out to Aaron B.
Sir. That's a great book.
Yeah, it's not only a great book. The Fallen Angels series, obviously, with Kid Cable.
Can you tell people what that is, just in case they listen to us on audio?
Fallen Angels number 2, 1 in 25 Peach Momoko variant. I think that's the second Peach Momoko variant I've purchased. Because the only other one I own is the New Mutants number 13.
Nice.
So got a couple of those second prints. But the one that apparently everybody's on the hunt for, and I can tell you, first off, this one is one of the harder ones to find. Spirits of Vengeance number 1 second print. And just fantastic artwork with a giant size X-Men number 1 swipe. That should be noted.
You get that Street Fighter look. Street Fighter, like the Udon Street Fighters.
So, okay.
Yeah, I found a lot of those second prints. You've shown ones that I have not found.
Well, I got a couple extra copies of The Punisher.
Yeah, I got those, thank God.
Okay.
That's one of the best covers, unquestionably.
The one that everybody seems to be on the hunt for and nobody can find.
I do not have that. Well done.
And then another one of these guys.
I love that book, dude. That's a nightmare. I have one copy and it's not going anywhere. Oh, well done. There's one I don't have.
And then some of the pickups from today. And I definitely had to get 2 of this. At least 2.
It's a sick cover.
It is artistically. I think it's going to look really good slabbed up, and those should do very well.
Hey, can we take a time out to talk about those second prints? They're particularly a pain in the ass for a guy like me who doesn't live in a major metropolitan area, because the only person that's going to order those, right? The only LCS is an LCS that ordered enough copies of the lenticular that they sold through them, and then was like, oh, I guess I'll just get this second print, whatever. So it's only like major brick and mortars that were buying it. So you either have to snag them online. Now they're all gone. Don't know who made that happen. Or you've got to go out and get lucky and find them someplace. And they don't stick out like a sore thumb, but they're out there. So I think they're a smart long-term buy.
The artwork is superior to just about every other cover that's in there, and some of these books have a 1 in 100, and it looks like shit compared to the second print. So I get it, and believe me,
I'd be interested. Do you have any estimates for the direct market distribution? Were they Comic-Con?
All of them
were
listed.
Oh,
now,
okay.
from according to what Larry said when he looked into it, he said almost every single one of them was printed at the Marvel minimum of 3K.
Okay.
And this would be the reason why a majority of these things started showing up in those Walmart packages, because that's where people were uncovering them. The other copy of Moon Girl that I purchased from somebody who had it labeled as a Walmart pack variant. So,
nice.
Yeah, I got real lucky on that. And again, with them being 3K, the exponential print runs that they did for Marvel Legacy, trying to really promote it as a relaunch, basically it was a legacy number, but it was a number 1 size ordering in a lot of these books, and that's why Thanos 13 was among them. But the 50 something titles Marvel's promoting was massive. So yeah, you are right. There's a lot of stores that didn't know about these. I didn't even know about. I remember seeing the Spider-Man, and I was like, oh man, that sucks. That I didn't pick it up. And then I remember seeing Weapon X was a book that I was reading at the time. It was before Totally Awesome Hulk stuff had happened. And the Weapon X lenticular did not have a second print. I'm like, they missed the boat on that, because that's a really good cover. Old man Logan doing the Weapon X destruction of all the soldiers and shit around him. So yeah, I mean, I don't think that its second print, it automatically warrants it to be more desired, worth more money thing.
It's silly.
It is silly, and honestly, I noticed a lot of that happening nowadays. But there are going to be that special. I wouldn't call it special. I would call it the perfect storm, where you have a book that has superior cover art, that has the low print run, is desired by the people who collect it, and it might have something internally in the pages to warrant it.
There's a rare color scheme change that makes sense, right? Like Tech 871, Hawkeye 9 second print, but they're the exception, not the rule. Spider-Gwen 0, I think that second print is a winner.
There's a lot of those prints, but
there we go. The Captain Marvel 17 second print, right? Because it's a thick book.
But the 17 second print
pops, you know what I mean?
That's like a whole different animal, though, because you have
first
appearance on the cover with a cameo of her in the last panel on a second print cover that predates her first full story appearing in that point 1.
I gave one of those away to Coy back in the day in the G Plus era.
Our buddy Coy, I miss him.
Yeah.
So I noticed that number 1 is sitting on eBay.
Yeah.
No shit.
Tons of
it's because the game got delayed again until like December now or January or something.
Well, issue 3 came out this week, and I picked up 2 of those.
Is that a limited series or an ongoing?
4-issue mini.
Okay.
I think that's that's going to be one of those books like Uncharted and stuff like that, where people forget about it, and then what I'm saying, I think
well, and it's got TV media deal stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the one thing I love about this is I've been watching this one because I'm a cyberpunk, so Johnny Silverhand, played by Keanu on a Netflix TV series, would absolutely decimate the internet.
Lights out.
Yep.
So, so second prints, as we're talking about them.
Oh, nice. I didn't even know about that one.
So, yeah, Juggernaut, second print. That's D-Cell. The girl who claims that she's not a mutant, who's actually a mutant. First appearances in this book.
Nice.
I like that cover too.
When did that come out?
Today.
Oh, nice. Good one. I'm not going to be able to find that, son of a bitch.
This one you should be able to find, and I don't count Matt Gorgon out as far as not going to be able to have the symbiote come back to him. I really think he's going to have a symbiote come back. But the thing that
I got his first appearance out of $1 bin. I was really excited, or 50-cent bin. I was really excited.
Yeah, but this is a new symbiote for him. So this is the new basically Scorpion, I guess you could say. And I think it really does depend on what actually happens with him. Sorry, I got animals killing each other in my house. So I'm really actually anxious to see, because I know he's healed now, because they like ripped out his spine and like threw him to Carnage, and Carnage like was going to kill him or whatever, but he survived somehow. So the symbiote that he got healed him, even though they yanked him out of the symbiote already. So I know we're already a couple issues past that. But so the other stuff I got today, this actually came via the mail. Moon Girl Double Dinosaur number 13 story thus far variant, which has a Kid Creole cover. Oh. Saw that selling for like 75. I was like, whoa.
Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
Yeah.
I got one of them.
So Avengers today. You guys read this?
No. It's a sick cover though.
It's definitely worth a read. Last page is kind of going to annoy some people. Make sure you pick up the regular cover, because it's very centric to the story, unlike the Phoenix variant. Still is kind of centric to the story. But this was a really good read today.
Oh, I heard, dude. I heard Sleepy was trying to ruin that for us all in the live chat, and you were
no. Sleepy was trying to ruin the Thor: Love and Thunder movie for all of us in the live chat.
Where the fuck is Sleepy? He should have came on and bullshit with us.
And speaking of Love and Thunder, if you're going to be in Love and Thunder,
that's the one, man. That's
second
the one,
print,
bro.
or 700 second print.
That's the one. I think that's going to be the standout.
But you know what? This one is one of the toughest. This and the Moon Knight.
It's a fucking nightmare 9/8.
And this one's got color rub on it and one.
So does mine. Yeah, I gave up.
The other one that I have actually has many breaks all the way through it.
Yeah,
so imagine that with the marvelous Marvel paper.
Dude, I saw those out there and I would pass them because they weren't 9/8. Pass them, and then I stopped seeing them and I was like, "Fuck." And then I had to pay. Yeah, and then I had to pay like decent money for one out of Canada, and I was just like, "What the fuck?"
So my shop did not have 10 of these on the shelf or more for me to go through and try to see if there was a secret variant. So I don't know if there was a secret variant for the second print today.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't either.
And then who doesn't love Lando? Good old Billy D. Williams.
Not me. I don't like Lando in that fucking outfit.
Yeah, because he was a dick in this outfit. I get it. But you know, he's still smooth as Colt 45.
Yeah. It's real.
And so that's the extent of my recent pickups. And I just want to remind everybody that when I'm not poor and I can actually send books in for grading again, I really think it's going to hit.
Dun, 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 dun.
Nice.
Man, let me know, man.
Uh-oh.
Let me know, man.
Patrick says there's no second print. McClay, did you bring us cool stuff, bro?
No, I didn't bring any cool stuff, but I did. Well, we got to interview Ross Ritchie today from Boom Studios, which was fun. Ooh. And so be looking for that. And it's kind of funny you brought up that Department of Truth issue.
You got the truth?
We got to talk about the Something is Killing the Children number 11 variant. Pretty hefty in the interview. So I'm not going to give it away, but make sure you guys keep an eye out for that video coming soon.
Excellent.
Really fun. Ross Ritchie is a cool dude, man. That dude is a cool cat. He's a collector and a lover of comics and a speculator like us all. So he's a good dude, and it was fun interviewing him. Second thing, shout out. I don't know if he's on tonight. Closet Geek. He's a viewer of. I know he watches Drunken Chat. Real good dude. He hit me up. Thank God for Closet Geek, because hopefully tomorrow I'm hoping I'll have a big package of some freaking sports cards to open finally. So shout out to Closet Geek. Yeah,
you can do it live.
Did you get?
Yeah. I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna open up probably about half of what he got me. He couldn't listen. He got a nice score, but he needed to make some money off of it too. So it's amazing what these things are going for on the secondary market. So he hooked me up with a couple boxes at cost, which is really nice of him. So I want a big shout out to Closet Geek. But it's going to be nice to open up 1 or 2 boxes. You know, it doesn't seem like a lot of the blaster stuff, but
I speaking where I moved to now, I have very limited comic and cards, and it's cards is blown out, dude. There's nothing. There's like nothing. It's brutal.
It's really tough right now, man. And I'm excited. Like I haven't even been watching anything card wise on YouTube. And as soon as I talked to Closet Geek, he was like, he let me know what he had. I started watching videos again. And I'm like getting excited. Like, oh, I get to open. It's like I know I'm going to the casino. You know how like when you know you're going to the casino, you're like, ooh. So that's kind of how I feel right now. I'm really excited, man. I'm really excited. I haven't done anything with cards in a long time.
Are you more excited for the results of that recreational?
Well, so here's the problem with that. It passed. Guess what I did? I voted against it.
Why?
Because I know where this is heading. This is heading into put more people in prison for having more cannabis than the government says they should have. And if you're going to legalize marijuana, you just need to do decriminalization right off the bat. Fuck anything else. Just decriminalize it. Get the people out of prison who are in prison that have been put in on low-level drug offender use. Get them out, first of all, and then just decriminalize it. I can grow as many as I fucking want in my backyard. It's a plant. What they did here in Arizona, it's kind of scary, is they said, well, you can grow up to 6 plants in your own, but you can only have like up to 1 ounce on you, 2 ounces if you have your medical card. Do you know how much product one plant can produce? It can produce up to a pound itself. You know what I mean? Like, so that's 16 ounces in one plant. You telling me I'm going to have 6 plants? I'm not going to grow. I'm not going to have more than 2 ounces on me. You know all that is? It's entrap. It's setting people up for prison, and they're going to put more people.
Hey, you just got to travel back 16 times, man. Don't worry about it.
I'm just really bummed out. I'm really bummed out that shit like that is happening. Like nobody realized that. I didn't realize it. It took an OG here in the Valley, this guy named Chris Martin, who has been on the podcast a couple of times. It's become a really good mentor for me. And he was like, this is what they sent me to prison for. So I don't agree with it. And it's just like everything else. They turn everything into political. Like I feel like they're putting things in this bill knowing that the weed is going to pass, but they're trying to, put things under the rug type deal. And I just don't trust them.
That's why we're supposed to do a no politics podcast, but for sure.
It's cannabis. It's cannabis.
Yeah.
It's
so
cannabis.
They do that with everything to make things seem appealing. They will package it with a bunch of other shit that is not appealing and then say, hey, send it through. And if you didn't vote for it.
Yeah. But here's the thing. And this is the last thing I'll say. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm hopeful, just like in any situation, I'm hopeful. But another thing I heard, my brother told me today, that even if it does pass, if it comes to 100%, we're not going to know about when we're going to be able to. If it passes, like I get it, like some things have to go in effect, but I don't want to wait till May of next year in order to, you know what I mean? Like that shit should be legal.
So you want to run out like the Canadians did, smoking bongs and doobies on the street? Yeah. Well,
and that
would be a very liberating thing to do.
Big shout out to Oregon for trying to decriminalize heroin. I don't know the results of that, but in my opinion, It's a great idea.
No, it's not.
Hey, do you want to end the heroin epidemic? Decriminalize it.
So anyway, sometime when it's not a no politics podcast,
We'll talk
I'll
about
tell
this,
the
yeah.
story about how I arguably
you actually followed it. You broke an occasional law or two, right?
well.
You
Oh, no,
helped
that's,
out.
yeah, I mean, listen, there's fucking published opinions that suggest I did a lot of things that I didn't really do, but that's neither here nor there. No, I was going to talk about my, what's the word I'm looking for? Impact on the legalization of medical marijuana in the state of West Virginia, because it is a fucking hilarious story. All right.
And real quick, just to harken back, Jorge Lopez says he's got a Derek Jeter rookie card trying to trade for a Venom 3/3 print. I would do neither of those on both levels. It depends on what your Derek Jeter rookie card is, and if that's a Upper Deck SP rookie card, I wouldn't trade that thing. I wouldn't even think about trading that thing right now for a fucking Venom of the third print that is falling in price rapidly.
For now,
let's talk about that. Do you think that's going to continue to fall? I mean,
no, it's going to go back up in November.
Oh, because of King in Black?
Well,
Yes. I don't think it's going to reach $1,000 level again. I don't think that's going to happen.
it's because more and more copies came available. This is what happened.
So you think the Derek Jeter book, the Derek Jeter card, what is it? Is it graded?
Upper Deck SP. So we got to find out what that is, Jorge, because if it is something that's decent, like Upper Deck SP Authentic, rookie card, then you've got yourself a nice little card. So I definitely wouldn't trade that for a $400 book.
Ultra said that he went back and they said they found more stuff. Was that a diamond error? Like one of those diamond finds, and they just
diamond dump?
Yeah, diamond dumps, and he found books.
I don't know. If they.
Where the fuck is Ultra? I need him because I legitimately just grabbed a box of X-Men books because he was going to be on here, and he and I are having.
We're gonna move it to segment 2. I don't know what we're going to fill in segment 1. We're going live with Bill O'Reilly. Fuck it, we're doing it live.
All right, you guys, you ready to roll? So I thought it would be kind of it would make sense to sort of talk about like how I buy books, right? And what I really try to do is get as far out in front of trends as I possibly can. So it looks like we are, if I'm a betting man, 5 years away from X-Men on the big screen. Maybe not, I don't know, but about that much. But it's already starting to hype up, right? Like we saw them release the trailer for the remastered animated series. We know everybody's hungry for X-Men books in a way that they haven't been for a long time. So as soon as the Fox acquisition happened, I just started buying X-Men minor keys, major keys, whatever the hell you want to call them, and sticking them in boxes in preparation for what's happening, years and years down the road. So this is the kind of stuff that I'm buying, right? Like multiple copies of X Factor 5. A lot of people gave up on X Factor 5 and 6. Not me. I think there's a lot of there's Ultra. A lot of upside to Apocalypse. The books are free. A couple of those I would have pulled out of dollar bins. I know this is your buddy. I know you love him. And the question is, will they recast or will they, transform Brolin?
I had a 9/8 of that.
I'm kind of hoping that they do the Kid Cable route and have Brolin get killed by a younger version of Cable.
We'll see. That's the book, the one that I love.
Yeah.
Bishop, right?
How many second prints you got in there?
0. Yeah, 0. I don't buy the second prints, just like I don't buy the ASM 361 second prints.
Did you get any
for one reason? Yeah, there's a ton, but for one reason, people just don't like them. I always thought the ASM 361 second print was gonna rocket past the first print, and it hasn't, and it doesn't appear like it's going to. So I use that as sort of the guidepost. Now, if I see a 361 second print in a dollar bin or like $5 bin, am I going to say no? Hell no. But will I pay $10 for a high grade copy of the first appearance? in 282, which is an interesting book. We should talk about it, right? He's only on the last page, but he's also on the cover. So I think this is the book. I think you're more likely to find the 283s in dollar bins. I would grab those out of the dollar bins. That's the one, that's a cheaper buy-in, but I like that one too.
It's amazing how you can still find 282.
Yeah, know? I grab these. I pay, again, $10 a piece for them, raw, as long as they're high grade. Every chance I get, I put together stacks. This one I'm in, depending on, the grade, up to like $40 for a real high grade copy.
You got a couple of those?
Yeah, I'm sure. This is just like a box, right? So a lot of it hasn't been processed. For example, these would have all been dollar bin buys, right? The Mignola variants of classic X-Men.
Did that have a blank UPC?
Which one?
The Mignola?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any concept of what the hell that means?
No.
They forgot to put something in there that month, basically.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's supposed to have like a face or something in there, and they forgot to put something in there.
But you're sure it's not anything else? Like it didn't come in some weird pack or something?
It shouldn't.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just grab them. I'm so mad at myself. I used to just grab the Adam Hughes and the McFarlanes, but now I'm getting the Mignolas. Again, I'm in for $1, and I think when the McFarlane,
not a whole lot of downside there.
Yeah, I think when the McFarlane and the Hughes covers start to get more mainstream appeal. I mean, guys like us know about them, but I don't think they've hit the,
but I really like those because that's the affordable way to own the Silver Age X-Men.
True story. Yeah. Again, there's the Adam Hughes.
And then the Copper Age and Bronze Age stuff. So
terrible cover. I grab these every time I see them in dollar bins. First appearance of the Phalanx. There's like a lot of different first appearances of the Phalanx, but
I still prefer the Phalanx Covenant number 316, Uncanny 316.
Yeah, I mean that's like I grab them all. You know what I mean?
But you want to look for the red newsstand though. Instead of remember the foil that was on that cover?
Yeah,
Instead of the foil, right. It's got a red stripe for the newsstand cover.
Yeah, so. So we should talk about the how they have like the collector's edition, like the deluxe editions, and then the lesser editions of those X-Men books.
I actually have a book like that.
Here comes the fucking next Raw report. They haven't taken off yet, motherfucker. They haven't taken off yet. But I think there's a lot of upside to those books. They're tough to find in the wild. You can still buy them on eBay, but you get hammered with shipping, and eventually you're not going to be able to buy them on eBay. So I like all of these covers, every fucking one of them. That one is probably the fan favorite.
No, the Deadpool biting the vampire is the fan favorite.
I just grab them. There'll probably be more in here. But I think X-Men and vampires have a long history together. There's the other one, right? I like these at a cheap buy-in.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
211, 212 should be a buy on any time that you see them for a good price.
No question about it. I think this book has not seen its peak.
No, it has not.
And it's unfortunately, it ain't cheap anymore. This is a really fucking nice copy. I thought I hit the goddamn jackpot with it, but
that's Wolverine's coming out party right there.
Yeah, buddy, right? He lashes out.
Is that the one where we find out that Wolverine's claws are actually in his skin and not in his glove? It's where the first time John Byrne drew him shirtless.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's the one where he fucking murks everybody in the sewer too, right?
Yeah.
I like the Excalibur. I think it's just a no-brainer, right? If you can grab these books, be careful. There's so many different printings, but they're out there and they're out there cheap. I still do things like buy Deadpool #1s when I see them, and stack Deadpool books. I like all of the Old Man Logan shit.
Yep,
I
absolutely.
think I think it's gonna see another day in the sun,
Yep.
and I dare not speak about this, but there's newsstands and they're fucking impossible to find.
And also the later printing, the like second and third print connecting covers that say Old Man Logan on it in red print.
As sick as it gets. I love this character. She's getting some love now in the new Hickman run.
Mm-hmm.
And this is probably the real first appearance that people are going to care about, not the 1, 2, 3, wherever you count it. But it's going to be this book.
Who is
For my
it?
money.
Monet.
Ultra.
Monet.
Monet. Remember the spiky?
And you know, the one run that was Greg Land art for Uncanny X-Men with Magneto, Psylocke, M, Sabretooth, Mystique. During the Extraordinary X-Men, you had Uncanny and Extraordinary running concurrently. M was a big player in that book too.
Yeah. So
what was the name of that book for first one there?
Yeah, so it's Gen X, and this is, you can find these fucking everywhere. Just take them all.
Mm-hmm. Three different kinds. You're going to have your deluxe direct edition. Oh no, actually, does this one actually? What issue number is that? Were they still doing it?
It's number 40. I don't know.
I don't think they were doing the 3 different editions then. So
Yeah.
you're going to have a direct edition and a newsstand.
Right. I think that's it. But it looks like this. Screenshot it. Snag it. It's number 40. They're in dollar bins. They're cheap in back issue bins. People don't pay attention to that shit. But it's a no-brainer and a buy every time. I just put together a stack of them. All right. I think that Ryan Reynolds, at least if we believe what's happened, is got the largest contract in the history of the MCU. And Deadpool 67, 66, and my personal favorite, 65, Playboy, what's up? Are just classic covers that make sense if you can get them cheap. Now, we talked about
Is that supposed to be a White Rabbit cover as well? Is that supposed to be White Rabbit?
I don't think so. I think it's just Playgirl Bunny. But
all right, yeah.
What is
Yeah, just Playgirl Bunny.
64, 65, and 66?
Yeah. No, I already know 60. Wait.
65, 66,
66, and 67. All right. So I like this one too. This is the first other appearance of Monet. In 40, you find out that this is not her, right? But again, I still grab those at $1. I grabbed the Gen X #1 newsstands.
Those are the ones I was actually just looking for in those boxes. I just picked those up actually a couple weeks back.
And what number were those?
3
Yeah.
or 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
3. It's this cover. But I grab 1, 2, 3. It's like cameo, full. You know how that shit goes. I just grab them. I think, I don't know that we're ever going to see 40 explode unless she gets cast. If there's just casting news, I'll sub the 9/8, put those together as a lot, make my lots more attractive than somebody who's selling the individual books or lesser lots, get them out the fucking door, pay for my slabs, and move on. I love Barry Windsor Smith Wolverine. I'd probably give a kidney for Barry Windsor Smith Wolverine original art. I don't know that anybody would want my kidneys in light of my lifestyle, but I'd be willing to get in shape. I don't know if you can sell your kidney. I think that's illegal, but it's like kidding, not kidding. I love this cover. I grab them cheap when I see them. The 210s, I think, make a lot of sense. There's a first appearance of Ultra, help me. Marauders here, thank you. And then we've got Brian's personal favorite. It's a anniversary cover, right?
Nice. Yep.
Yeah.
25th anniversary cover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. More Phalanx crap, right? I just buy them all the goddamn time. I think this book is finally starting to get some love. No, I didn't pay $5 for it.
And I called that many months ago when they finally said they were bringing both of them back. That I knew that her first appearance is probably going to get some heat.
which is why I grabbed these two for the same reason. I'm just going to stick them together in lots when I see them.
Who's that first appearance of?
That's the first appearance of Quantum.
Ninja. Yeah, the ninja.
Yeah.
The Ninja Psylocke.
Right.
So since she's her own character now, she's basically got her own separate first appearance, separate from her other half.
Yeah, and it makes sense for me to grab these books because they're always there for like nothing. You know, you can still find them for like $1. I like the last issue of this Uncanny X-Force run.
Yes.
For a number of different reasons, but I think it makes sense if you can get them again. The goal here is to pay nothing and put together stacks, right? So you see how many times I'll grab the phalanxes. I still grab these magic ones. I don't think there's any downside in pulling those out of dollar bins. I think I'd be out of my mind if I did. I grab the horsemen when I see them too for cheap. Look, I would have paid $13 for this because it's a 9.8 candidate. You guys know I don't pay for anything.
I remember those are classic books, man. I remember
right. Sinister, $20.
Yep.
Wolverine 1, I paid $20 for it. It's fucking absolutely worth it for $20. Like, are you fucking kidding me? This is at one point in time I was trying to sell this for $60. Pulled that one out of my show boxes, not for sale. Trying to sell this for $50. Pulled it out of my show box. Ain't doing that no more. Newsstand. Trying to sell this for $40. Pulled it out of my show boxes. If you were smart, you'd have bought it from me when it was only $25. It's a 9.8 tap-in. I grab stacks of these.
Yep, Urban X-Men, new X-Men.
Right?
I hate that character.
Phantom X, the 128. And just to be real precise, the vampires, right? Mike Mayhew vampires every single time I get a chance. And then I go in on things like Omega Red.
You gotta send me a care package, homie.
Shit. better not show you more of my boxes. Get me in trouble. But that's kind of like, that's just one box of X-Men crap that I have sitting like this until it's full. And I just put these like minor keys in there, And
that's good. That's a good buying because I mean you're at a low value point theoretically, where if it really doesn't hurt you theoretically.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly right. So I go out to shows and try to buy big books, and then if I see those, I'll grab them up at like $1, $10, $20 max.
Where's the Nimrod books?
Oh, dude, my fucking stack of Nimrods looks like I might have a short box of them now.
See, and you know what? That whole entire X-Men run is ripe for first appearances, first introductions of artwork, artists, writer combinations, just so much stuff to be able to be pulled from too. And yeah, so Nimrod definitely a good pick. All the stuff that you basically have, good first appearance picks. But
and it's about the buy-in, right? Like it doesn't hurt me to grab that stuff for nothing. I do a couple things. I take them off the board, right? Like I'd rather grab, every copy in my area for $1, $5, $10. So there's fucking none here. And force people to go to eBay. So I literally, with like a very small dollar investment, drive eBay sales, and then I just do, right. And then,
but you could leverage that off your big purchase too. Like if I buy $500 books and buy a $500 book, I can get
absolutely right. So you press and slab and grade those 9/8, right. Pay for the other crap. Buy multiple copies of stuff. I mean, it's just, I think it's a better way, at least for me, to buy and sell comics so that I can afford to buy stuff that I could never afford otherwise. Anyway. Alrighty, I'm done.
Not even close.
Yeah. Nice. So can we talk a little bit about the X-Men stuff? The issue for me is, I guess, am I wrong that it is the only story that makes sense for them to do in live action? What's that?
Marauders out today.
You said it was good.
Yes. Yes, I did, because it's X-Men 14 and then Marauders, and then those are the only 2 chapters we got today. So that one has delivery at the final page. I'm not going to tell you what happens, but yeah, there's definitely some things that that happen in that book that may cause consequences going forward for the remaining 10 chapters, because that was chapter 13 of 22. Yeah, so still got a ways to go.
Hey, Dennis Barger's fucking running his mouth about me in the live chat. Says the fact that you're currently selling X-Men means you don't know when to hold them. Or wait, is he talking about the people who I'm buying from? Yeah, I think he's on point, right? I mean, it's not like selling season for me for X-Men books, and that's not to suggest that like it's almost always time for me to fucking sell stuff. But sticking away and buying up X-Men keys, particularly the high grade ones now, just makes sense to me. I think it's coming, right?
I think we've all graduated, at least in this group, of we're not buying $1 books to sell for $2 anymore. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
it's. I mean, bright line rules don't really work for me in comics, though, right? I mean, like they just fucking don't. It's more like a factor analysis and kind of like a case by case analysis. So like as a bright line rule. Yeah, for me, it's buying season for X-Men books. But at the same point in time, I mean, we've seen an escalation on Giant Size X-Men that's unprecedented. I don't know how much more room that book's got to grow. Frankly, I say that, and who fucking knows?
So can I ask you?
Same with X-Men 1. Like, oh my God, it's
well, Nico, because I know you you track sales really, really tight on key books. How's X-Men 94 doing comparatively to Giant Size X-Men #1?
So it's a census issue. It has not seen the explosive growth. I love that X-Men 94 because I've been around, not as long as Dennis, but for fucking ever, right? Like Steve, I know you have too. Brian, Ultra, you've been at this for a long ass time. We remember when Giant Size X-Men and X-Men 94 were like the twin pillars of the modern X-Men comic, right? Like that was it. It was like, X-Men 1, X-Men 4, and then 94 in Giant Size. And they were neck and neck. And there were times when 94 was more expensive than Giant Size X-Men #1 because it's where Claremont started his run and it was beloved and it had that dark cover and, it's different now. It's just different.
It's really surprising how different it's
shocking. Yeah. And and every time I kind of like look at the price tag, I'm like, should I buy one? And then I go back and try to compare the census, and I'm like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Can we bring up X-Men 94s for people who aren't psychopaths?
Hold on.
X-Men coming to. You think they're gonna introduce X-Men on the big screen before they introduce Fantastic Four, or it's gonna be vice versa?
FF's coming first, then X-Men, according to the insiders. But what the fuck? At this point in time, it's like
and Mel, they can put the X-Men in any place they want to, and the first thing Charles Xavier has to come up and say, you know what? This time I'm not going to wipe your minds. I'm Charles Xavier.
Well, and again, so they said that, right? That they were going to do FF first, then they were going to do the X-Men, and then those same leakers are like, actually, we're going to have a sprinkled introduction of mutants throughout. Actually, WandaVision is going to be the introduction of mutants. So, who knows? Actually, we're going to do what the hell is the story with Professor X and Reed Richards? Help me out. Illuminati. The Illuminati story.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, well, I don't even buy it for the record. But so there we go. That's a good example.
It's been a ton of sales for this book in the last month.
It's one of those books that always has listings available and always has sales. Yep. So it's not like it's like fresh in people's minds. It's just constantly on eBay.
How many copies have you guys owned? More giant size ones or more 94s?
I never owned a copy of either.
Never, exactly, me either. I've always seen them. I've always seen them on the wall from when I was a youngin'. And I'm like, damn, one day, Giant Size X-Men. Oh, one day. But
How about you, McClay?
I own one giant size, and it's gonna crack you up. And I was planning to get a 94, but I didn't have enough money, so I bought the giant size.
damn.
Now think about that one.
That was I don't know,
Not too long ago.
20 years ago, 15 years ago. Yeah.
Right?
So the day that that Disney announced they were acquiring Fox, so I know this is the Modern Playbook, but hey, we're talking about giant size X-Men and X-Men.
Oh yeah.
So I'll tell you what I bought that day, and you know I don't buy a whole lot of slabs to invest in, but and I definitely don't buy a lot of Marvel for personal. So I bought X-Men #9.
Oh, wow.
Right. The first Avengers X-Men meeting, and I still think and it's proved to be a good investment. I mean, we've still probably got, maybe who knows, a decade plus or minus 5 years, right, for that to come to fruition. But I think a lot of those first meetings, let's say first Spidey, assuming Sony will let it happen, first Spidey meeting X-Men, first Spidey meeting the Fantastic Four, first Fantastic Four meeting the Avengers, and all these different combinations. I think there's a lot of good play in those first meetings.
Do you remember when Spider-Man got announced for Avengers? That Avengers 316 went crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was just going through a box. I'm going through my books to pull out stuff to grade and stuff. And I was going through a box the other day, and I must have had 10 of 316, 315, like that, whatever that 4-issue run is there with Nebula. I must have 10 of each book that I didn't sell when they were $25 a pop or $30 a pop or whatever they were.
Yeah, it's weird that we have kind of like these changes, right? I'm trying to think of another good example without going back to like Sergeant Rock's first appearance, but it happens where there'll be like the book, and then the whole market shifts to another one, and it just kind of stays there. That's the thing that we've seen with X-Men 94 and Giant Size X-Men #1. And I don't know, if we're going to see some sort of price equalization. A good example is like ASM 299 and ASM 300. ASM 298. I'm sorry, first McFarlane and 300.
I love 298 and 299, and I love.
Well, when we were kids, 298 was the book, right?
Yeah, my parents actually got me a copy at their recommendation of the Comic Shop guy, and that's the Venom Fist, where we see just the fist and a little bit of the white web shooter.
It was the first McFarlane on Spider-Man, which meant something back then. Remember when the first Jim Leon X-Men meant something serious? Mm-hmm. Like that was a thing.
Or how about the first Miller Daredevil?
158. Yeah.
Right. I mean, it mattered. It was more important.
That's how we
Electra, for Christ's sake.
That was keys to us back then. But remember, all right. So you're talking about how X-Men 94 and Giant Size X-Men they're kind of doing this. We kind of have a situation.
There's a good example. Not that.
Yes. Okay. Now I've got a good one. And it's recent. And you if you follow me on other channels, you might have heard me talk about this. The correlation between X-Force 13 and Wolverine #6, first appearance of Solon.
Yeah. You
guys following on this?
Yeah.
I have been, and I see those sketch variants.
It's Wolverine 6, no?
So I've got the best analogy to describe this first appearance scenario because we have seen it before. In this scenario, X-Force 13 and Wolverine 6 were released on the same day. They are on the same shelf. They are in front of you, but Wolverine alphabetically is in W, and then U for X-Force is on X, so it's the ones after each other. Wolverine technically comes first in the storyline. However, Comic Shopper on that day, on that Wednesday release day, is looking at that cover and sees Solomon on the cover of X-Force 13, regular cover, and on the variant. So he's on both X-Force 13s. So this is the reason why that book went crazy out of the gate, is because everybody went, oh my God, he's on the cover appearance. And that book is basically the Teen Titans 12, and the Wolverine 6 is the same as Dark Knight's Metal 2.
Yep.
Dark Knight's Metal 2 was the one that, everybody was like, that's the first Batman Who Laughs, but we all saw Batman Who Laughs on the cover of Teen Titans 12. Even they were released on the same day.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect analogy. But my question, I guess, is Wolverine was ordered so heavily
because of Marvel pushing. Yeah.
Oh, they pushed it good with a preview and everything. What is the buy-in, do you think, that makes sense for one of those Wolverine sketch variants? Because I see those Alex Ross sketch variants unsold all over the greater Pittsburgh, Columbus sort of, area.
For something like that, like half ratio for the sketch would probably be where I would jump in at it.
And it's $100, right? So
it's a 1 in 100. So
I'm seeing shops asking for like 1.5 ratio, like they want like $140, and I'm like, no,
because they're trying to make their money on their order, man, because it cost them so much to order all those copies of Wolverine 6, and here's where they screwed up. Again, all these stores screwed up because the X of Swords variant, specific one that says X of Swords, is the X of Swords variant. Wolverine 6, X Factor 4, a couple of the other ones, they were all before the Fortnite variant was announced, and they were all originally solicited for like the first hours of the previews as a 1 in 25. So because of that, they had them as a 1 in 25. Some stores got together their orders or whatever. Who's phone
ringing? That Mel has the last landline in America.
Hey,
Peloton.
He's at the Batman Red phone, man. Right to Midtown.
We get a couple of those crazy situations where the market does completely decide what book they want to be hot. And, just like Teen Titans 12, that one obviously got chose above all other books. And, there's even people trying to throw in Dark Knight's The Casting as a cameo for Batman Who Laughs. The one where you can just see like the outline of the eyes, but you can't see the face or anything like that. So,
what's the end game with Batman Who Laughs?
I mean, it's always going to be Teen Titans 12.
I was like, fuck that character, he's fucking stupid. And then I realized Dino had every copy in
7, 8, 9, 10 of them.
Yeah, so now I'm rooting for him, right?
Well,
what's the end game?
I'm not reading Dark Knight's Metal or Death Metal, so I really
it's picked up though, hasn't it? I mean, all of a sudden, like that, it went from being like a lackluster, like this fucking story sucks, but that character is awesome, to it being this story's awesome. People are like the Robin King. Now they're rolling out the DC whatever the hell Future State through that universe. Like it seems like DC is doubling down on it. I think the team got potential now more than ever, right?
Well, in the Teen Titans 12 is like a 9.4 is like $100 roughly. I mean, that's not that big of a 9.8 is a whole different story. I mean, when those Teen Titans 12s came out, Ultra, right? I mean, they were mostly like dinged and messed up, and you got the green cover, and they're hard 9.8s. I mean, they really are. Like, trust me, I have like 7 of them, dude. Like, all of them have a ding on it or something. It's like everyone just got a ding for some reason. I mean,
tough spine break free copies were not. I dug through the stack, and I actually bought my copies in Alabama while I was out of town. So I wasn't even at my local comic shop when that book came out. I missed out on all the local ones because everybody's vultures around here. But thankfully, my backup comic shop near my in-laws' house was readily available that Wednesday morning. And I was able to get them.
I've never subbed a 9.8. I mean, that's for sure.
I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna send you one, and hopefully that comes a 9.8.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Ooh. But what's the end game for that guy?
I don't think there is an end game. I think they're going to continuously use him as a Batman villain. I mean, he's a Bat villain that sells books. So as long as he sells books, they're going to print him.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The other book that I'm hot on, I think I might have mentioned here, and I've certainly mentioned on Comic Book Invest, or Batman books generally, Batman Keys. I think it's Batman buying season from now until that fucking movie hits the big screen, and then we'll have a solid 3-4 years of. It'll remind you of New 52. But everybody's going to be a fucking Batman fan. Batman's my favorite character. Batman's my favorite character. You just watch; they're all coming out of the woodwork.
Well, you know what's surprising is for Batman villains is like besides Freeze, like Clayface, like Silver Age Clayface, that's still a decent book. I mean, you're not okay. I mean, you can get it super cheap, but I mean, it's not Grundy, Solomon Grundy's still a good. It's like
if I somehow am able to sell my liver and not just my kidney, do you have 2 livers? Can I live without a liver? Can I get a wait?
You can 3D print one probably.
I could 3D print a liver and I could sell it for the first Golden Age appearance of Solomon Grundy.
I was about to say, nobody wants your liver, bro.
Oh shit! Well, I don't know what I have that people might want, but other than, well, I'm not selling my ass, but other than that, I got nothing really to offer. But I'd really love to get my hands on that Golden Age Solomon Grundy.
It's true.
Nice.
And from what I hear, like if you take enough human growth hormone, it might actually grow back, regenerate your liver.
Dude, I could use that. Do you think I can get taller, or will my head just get bigger?
Maybe a little bit.
I got a big head to begin with.
What's going on right now?
Your tolerance will just get bigger.
Now, why the first Solomon Grundy? I can't remember. I did see something.
Legit. Okay, so the Silver Age appearance is cool. Like it's a good book.
I have a Silver Age
grade. Yeah, I love it. Right, it's a great book. The first Golden Age Solomon Grundy is one of the most coveted Batman books, period. It is an amazing cover. And, for 10 years on the CGC boards, people have been talking about this idea that they'll do Solomon Grundy, Born on a Monday, like, they'll do that that fucking spooky Nightmare on Elm Street kind of like jump rope Christmas horror Batman. And it would just be the most amazing thing ever.
I mean, looking at this with an Alan Scott cover, that's just great.
Strong as it gets.
Well, they just did one.
But like, I need to tell
I'll admit to watching. Yeah,
I remember Solomon Grundy from
Nico. Did you catch him on that?
On which one, buddy?
Did you catch him, Solomon Grundy on Stargirl? I'm sure you just sit around. Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and in case you didn't notice, Mel just opened a bottle, which means he's commandeering the name of this podcast in the name of Drunken Chat.
Yeah.
I'm trying to behave myself. This is not my channel.
Well, I think first Poison Ivy, that's probably a good bet. Continuing, because I heard they're going to elevate her to. She's going to be renamed, right? Queen Ivy. I think that's the name.
Yeah, I mean, the question is kind of like, do they do a Batgirl live action? Do they do a Poison Ivy live action? We're going to get Catwoman in this first film. Right. I don't really think there's much of a limit. They're talking about a shared Bat universe, and it just kind of at this point makes sense to be buying those books. I don't know that there are many that are super undervalued. It took about 3 weeks for people to forget about the Court of Owls and all of the combo pack variants. That shipped over. But I think it's got legs in the future. It's just a tough, long bet.
Well,
modern wise, Poison Ivy. Does Mel? You remember these books?
Oh, I know what you're going to bring up.
Poison Ivy, the Cycle of Life and Death. The kids. Right. That's right.
The kids.
What was that, number 2?
I think when they're babies in number 2, and they grew up to be, Thorn and what's her name? The children of Poison Ivy, basically. We're talking about modern speculation as far as that, if you're able to obtain those issues. And number 1 actually has a Terry Dodson, Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy variant.
Let me ask you guys something after Ultra's thought. I mean, you guys clearly have way more knowledge than of the old stuff that I do. I'm more of a modern guy. kind of what Ultra just talked about. What do you guys think about Punchline? I never got your guys' thoughts on Punchline. Is she's here to stay? Is she long term?
Yeah, it's a wrap. She's here to stay.
You think it's a good pickup? The Hell Risen 3?
I mean,
Not yet. Not
this
now.
point, the book's kind of a little high. I think she'll fall off. And
I just put a pack back at Walmart with one of those in it.
I mean, what the 9X are going for $200.
Hold on, Ultra. I want to hit you on that. Is that the Wonder Woman 84?
It's got either a Hell Arisen or a Batman third print in it. Those are the two that you're going to get behind that Wonder Woman book.
Fuck.
You left one today too, didn't you? Hey man, it happens. There was a stack of them though, honestly.
I mean, you guys, please correct me if I'm wrong. Punchline's not going to go anywhere. DC found another female that can sell books.
They made 100 variant covers.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking ridiculous.
Like,
But
she's here.
Are you guys annoyed by that, or you think she's like
Yes.
actually a good character?
Yes.
Because look, what does the 1 in 25 for the regular cover look like? What does the non-store variant incentive variant look like?
She's going to jail.
I don't know.
I remember. She's
No idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
no concept.
That was that jail cover.
I want to
Well,
know how the fuck you kept it straight. Is what I want to know. What do you we got like one of those autobiographical memories or something? Like, how'd you do that?
What are we talking?
What?
I mean, there's like 100 million different variants. Like, I just, I like stopped looking at them after like
That one?
3.
Yeah, that one right there. That's the 1 in 25.
That's
they
the
did
1
it
in 25.
design.
All right.
Okay.
So this art compared to all of those other variants. All right. Now here's the problem. This would have been a fire ass cover if there wasn't a million store variants that we're all getting 1 in 25s to go along with it.
Yep.
The 1 in 25 just became super duper common because there's a fucking 100 store variants.
Well, it's like you know what it reminds me of. I mean, it's a take of like Action Comics 1000, right, boys? It had like 85 different covers on the damn.
Yes.
It's just when they start overproducing covers like that, especially when it's like you're in the alphabet and it's like Z already, like cover Z. It's like, come on, man. Like, I mean, you just killed that whole first appearance. I mean, why are first appearances and new characters rare? So when you get books that are like Edge of Spider-Verse, like land variants that nobody really picked up and stuff like that, 85 covers of Spider-Gwen coming out. I mean, they just
I mean, they've doubled down on her to an extent that I think she'll be a character for a long time.
Right.
I just don't know how long people are going to be buying her.
But regardless, I mean, the first issue of her, one shot, right? I mean, it's self-titled book. I mean, those don't tend to do well. It's
but what is isn't it a feeler though? Aren't they going to do a sales feeler? And oh my god, if they sell 100 store variants, they're going to be like, is this book hot enough to do an ongoing? And then they're going to do an ongoing, and the ongoing's not going to sell anything.
Yep.
We've been down this road before. She has to do something major. She has to like really kill Harley Quinn.
That'll never happen.
Yeah, can I mention the Harley character I like that nobody seems to give a shit about is the Sean Murphy twin Harleys. White Knight. I loved that run. I love what Sean Murphy did there, and it got no love whatsoever from the spec market. I think readers like Steve and I enjoyed it, right?
I think you're a little wrong there. I think the spec market loved that too hard. The White Knight number 4 was a White Knight for my wallet because they had stacks of them in my OPX. And I actually remember going to.
It was like a $20 book, though, right?
Well, that was back when I used to go to 9 local comic shops on a Wednesday, like a regular Wednesday warrior. You know what I mean? And I actually remember going up to the register at one of these stores with 3 copies of that variant, and he was like, "I can only let you get one." I'm like, "Man, all right, well, whatever. I'm going to some more stores. So I'll be back." And I did, and I drove to other stores, and I picked up as many copies as I could. There weren't very many of those around, and on release day they were 20 plus, and then I think they peaked at like 40 something. They've kind of chilled out since, but that brought a hell of a lot of attention to that White Knight series. So White Knight is a separate universe now. Sean Murphy's like running with that altogether. The other Elseworlds, I guess you can say, Harley that people I think should know about is the one from the Bombshells universe, because that is the first time Harley and Ivy do kiss in print.
Nice.
And it happens way before it happens in the regular mainstream DCU also.
It makes sense to do that on the big screen, doesn't it?
Well, do you watch the animated? Because apparently that's already a thing in the animated. So
Yeah, but I mean,
that
yeah.
shit is
The
off
animated
the
show is
fucking hook.
awesome.
And then what is first Kite Man again? Because let me
right?
get that now.
So
Let me get that fucking now.
but Bombshells Harley's good. And the Harley animated series obviously has brought a lot of attention to another character. And yes, Kite Man is boss. And I want to give a shout out to Newbie Comics and Keys, because apparently Keys thinks Kite Man is as boss as I do. So and I haven't seen any of the episodes because I canceled my DCU subscription before the trial ended. But I plan on probably watching all those Harley episodes, because apparently they have like 3 seasons now. Is it 3 now?
No, they just announced that there's going to be a third.
Okay, so there's 2 seasons. So when season 3 premieres, I'll give them a brand new email address and a different credit card number.
Remind me to hook you up after the end of the show. I'm gonna hook you up. You're not gonna have to worry about anything.
Wow.
So it's interesting. Dennis in the chat said, put money in the Annie Kami DC Girls.
Yeah,
which is, I think that's a great idea, because I know in our live chat, someone brought up, what is it, the solicit for the Future State. Yep. What are they calling it? It's like the Teen Titans or Young Justice, or but
I don't remember. I know
they're doing a lot of gender swapping. Like they're going to have Donald Troy instead of Donna Troy, right?
Yeah. If you want to see him, it's on the IG page.
But it reminded me of that Annie Kami series, and I don't know how you really pronounce it, if that's correct. But it's like a manga. It was like a manga mini series, and they have
finding the first issue 1 in 25.
Oh yeah, totally. But I think I posted number 3 is Sinestro, right?
Yeah.
It's a big gender swap Sinestro. I bet there's some other, long shot type spec in there as well. Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, boys, I'm old. I'm gonna go get ready for my COVID test.
I can't believe it's 11 o'clock.
Yeah. We got 87 people here. Probably like,
what's going on this week?
Getting started.
Anything
I hope you guys have fun. I'll be listening.
I think it's getting about that time for a lot of us to call.
Check your hangout, dude. Check your hangout for some crazy books I sent you.
Real quick before we call it, I want to ask everybody what's going on tonight or this week. Do you guys have anything going? What's going on in Drunken Chat? Anything interesting?
I might do a motherfucking Drunken Chat in 10 fucking goddamn minutes.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
This is what happens when you give Mel a little bit of vacation space.
Wait, it's been Brian. You want to do one? Ultra, you want to do one? I contact Luke. You know how we do it.
It's almost 11 o'clock.
Steve, you're more than welcome. You know what I mean? Come hang on the dark side, man.
So I guess we can cut out of here, and then Mel's gonna go. Mel, why don't you go fire up the machine over there while we close out the show over here? You come back, say goodbye to everybody, and then we'll peace out. Because Brian, I never get to see because he's the busiest and the hardest working man in podcast history. So just wanted
let me thank Dino and Steve. First of all, let me come on. I've rocked with Dino for fucking years. That's my dude right there. That is my dude right there, man.
Thanks, man.
I'm glad you settled down and had a family. You was reckless too, dude. You was a reckless dude, man.
Hey, I put my Players Hall of Fame in the jersey. We're doing it in the Raptors, man. So.
And Steve, know you for years, brother. Glad to see you. Like, you got some amazing books. Gonna be spending a lot of money with you. Let that Christmas check come in, bro. I'm gonna come see you with some shit.
Hey, I've been a big fan, and I hope we can meet in person, Baltimore Comic Con. You probably don't remember, but at one of the times, someone pulled the fire alarm, and everyone had to jet. And I'm local to Baltimore Comic Con, and so I'm sitting in the parking garage, and I'm texting Mel or doing a hangout, going, "Hey, yeah, come on, just come to the parking garage, sit in my car for a while or whatever." And he's probably like, "Who's this dude who wants me to come?"
Yo,
you know,
Baltimore. I see so many people tap me on the shoulder so many times in Baltimore. I'm like,
I bet.
like, who the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but like that's that rock star feeling that used to freak me out before, but now
You're used to it.
I love it. I love it.
Well, it's good hanging out with you.
Yeah,
no
man,
doubt, brother.
sure,
No doubt. So I'm gonna do what Ultra said we're gonna do. We're gonna do an impromptu drunken chat. I don't think Lucas is around, but I'm gonna find Lucas anyway. I'm not gonna stay on long. I always say that bullshit, but
yeah, I was about to say you're getting yourself in trouble right there.
4 hours instead of 8 this time.
So I'll see you guys later if you guys want to come through. If not, totally fine.
Yeah, we'll see you over there, brother.
Old, but one day when I'm younger.
Absolutely, brother. I appreciate it. Let me go set our shit up, and I'll see y'all.
We'll see you over there.
Come on back when you're done.
All right.
So what's good?
Let's get into it.
Yeah, what's good, man?
I don't know, man. Listen, like I said, the Ross Ritchie interview was kind of cool today. We did the Ross Ritchie interview today. That was a lot of fun. Thanks for Dino for setting that up. That was really interesting to talk to a guy who is that big of a like a reason why we do what we do. Boom Studios has done a lot to help cultivate the relationship between comic buyer and local comic shop, I think. And I like that. I like the way he talked about it. I don't own a comic shop, but from looking in on how how Boom Studios does things, they do a lot to kind of put people in touch with their local comic shops that Definitely. A lot of other publishers maybe might not be doing as much. So that was pretty cool. Yeah,
they've been listing the shops that carry their books. I mean, for years and years and years. I mean, that's a page or two in every single one of their books. And for, I would think, close to a decade, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It was funny because he talked a little bit about Lumberjanes today, and he talked about that Lumberjanes variant, which was interesting. A lot of people don't. That Lumberjanes variant got really big really quick, and then there was some talk, about how many copies were out there on that book, and was there more than what is said? Was there less? And he straight up came on the show and was like, "Yeah, I went through this situation with Lumberjanes, and here's how many copies there are out there." And I was like, "That's really cool that he did that. That he just said." And it's not a secret. He put it on. It was on his Instagram, and he basically put it all out there for everybody to see. Hey, no, it's not what they're saying. This is how many there were, and not a lot of publishers will do that. And I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm gonna do a little reveal of what's coming next in the interview Sanctum. So we got on November. Let's check this out. On November 10th, I think I just put it on the calendar actually. November 10th or 11th, we got Vincent Zerlio of Metropolis, owner of Metropolis Comics, coming through.
Yeah,
good time.
He's
big fish.
Yeah, big boy. So. No, I'm super excited for that one. I kind of asked Nico who his kind of Grail guys were, and he's like, "Yeah, if I could interview that dude, that'd be sweet."
I see you, Mel. Hold on.
And I just I hit him up, and he did it. He did it real good for me. So I'm surprised. I'm surprised we got him, but it's good.
My boy works for Metropolis.
Yeah, he's. I'm getting Vince on, dude.
Comic Dunes. That's my man.
Oh, dude. Oh yeah. Yeah, Vince, the owner, is coming on to talk to.
That's the name I haven't heard in a while too.
That's my dude right there. I love my man. So I'm getting set up. I'm getting set up right now.
So hey, we got a request from George Lopez in the chat. Something about something that's killing the children. Spoil it. What's up with some of this killing the children? Number 11 is what T's asking.
I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm not going to spoil it because it's a really cool story about
do you want to
why.
tell them Do you want to tell them we're going to drop it when we're going to drop it?
We're gonna try to drop it next week. So, and there's a little something special that I don't want to blow up. That the reason why we're dropping it next week. So, but Boom Studios has got some really cool stuff going on, and Ross Ritchie is really trying his best to kind of create a bridge the gap between these comic creators and comic publishers and us and the fan in general. And I respect that a lot. And it's something that we need, especially right now where a lot of us are running to this hobby, open arms. Like, we want more. Let us have more. And that's what he's doing. And I like that. But basically what I will say is there's a reason why that Something Killing the Children 11 variant was made and why they did it a 1 in 100. So really cool stuff. Yeah. So that was fun. And it was really cool to talk about Power Rangers with them too. We kind of talked about Power Rangers and how, anyways, I don't want to give it away. I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give it all away. It was just cool. It was just a lot of fun talking.
Don't tell anybody, but
so I gotta be honest, man. I'm really looking forward to finally opening up some cards, man. I'm like, whoo. It's like Christmas morning. It's like the day before Christmas.
That's why it was so tempting for me to buy that package from Walmart. I went looking for Venom 25s, and they're all gone. But they didn't have any 7-packs either. They only had the 3-packs for $7.
I never see the 7-packs.
I don't either.
I think I've opened all of them that they had distributed because they're gone. So.
Jorge, I don't know if I would sell that 1 in 100 variant right now, even with any information that might be out there for it. I mean, it's not like the information that he talks about is going to make that thing shoot through the roof. It's just some really interesting information. I will say this, though. That 1 in 100 is pretty damn rare for a book that is doing really well and still selling pretty hefty. And it's issue 11, for God's sake. Like, to have a variant be that big of a ratio on issue 11 is crazy. But it's a lot of fun to talk about how that series came about and where that's. Listen, Boom is taking some really good comic stories right now and bringing, like, Something is Killing the Children. We only find them when they're dead. Listen, Berserker, this Keanu Reeves stuff is going to be really cool. I mean, think about that. Like, he talks a lot about the Keanu Reeves stuff, and he talks about how Keanu talked to him and their relationship, and that was fucking cool. Like, that was me just being a kid and hearing cool shit, about Keanu Reeves.
And for the record, like, I thought this, when I talked to Ross, he, obviously he's the busiest guy in the world, and we thought this was like a 30-minute interview kind of thing, and it went like an hour, almost an hour and a half. So I mean,
he's a cool dude.
That he could do that for us. So
yeah.
And oh well, never mind.
No, you were talking the packs, the 7-packs.
Yeah,
Patrick says no 7-packs no longer being made. What? Interesting.
Yeah, well, yeah, I could tell that because they were wrapping 2 3-packs with a Vader down sketch on some of the last ones I was seeing. So I could tell they were getting to the bottom of the diamond leftovers in the warehouse.
Yeah. Wow, that's a bummer because I was really looking forward to scoring some of those because there's a lot of good stuff in those. I mean, I saw you pull some pretty sick freaking second prints out of there.
I get a dog. What is the saying? The sun shines on a dog's ass some of the time.
Yeah. So, all right, where's Mel? You think
he's good? It's scheduled. I'm backstage over there. And,
all right, guys. Well, everybody, head over to Mighty Mel V channel. We'll see you over there. Thank you for joining us on Flipside. We got all kinds of fun stuff coming. Make sure you guys subscribe, check it out, and we'll see you Friday night on the Hot 10 show. Adios.
Peace.
Yes. Yep.